Good morning everybody, my name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Friday morning, it's cold, wet and rainy outside, and it sounds like it's a bit windy too. So good morning everyone, I hope everybody has a great day. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. I've had a visit from the Marvel character Venom, and he's a bit fierce. If you want to talk to him, you can ask me. Who is Venom?
Alexa, who is Venom?
We can't believe you're even asking this question. Do you really not know who we are? Fine. I am an alien symbiote and was brought to Earth by the Life Foundation. It's all in my first movie, stupid.
Well, that was pretty clear. Why not try saying, ask Venom to give me some advice?
Alexa, exit. Alexa, what's the time please?
Good morning, Crystal. It's 8:32 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Friday the 24th of January.
Alexa, what's the weather outlook?
In Rochester, it's 9 degrees Celsius with showers. Today's forecast calls for more of the same, with a high of 12 degrees and a low of 4 degrees. Also, there's a yellow warning for wind in effect until Friday 24th of January, 3 p.m.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke? Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
It was hard getting over my hokey cokey addiction, but I've turned myself around.
And Alexa, who was born on this day?
Celebrities born on the 24th of January include Justin Baldoni, Sharon Tate, John Belushi, Moon Jae-in, and Neil Diamond.
Alexa, who is Neil Diamond?
Neil Leslie Diamond is an American singer-songwriter. He has sold more than 130 million records worldwide, making him one of the best-selling musicians of all time.
Alexa, how old is Neil Diamond?
Neil Diamond is 84 years old.
Right, good morning everybody. I'm trying to keep positive and happy even though I've been feeling crappy for about 3 or 4 days now. I just try and be nice to people when I meet them. I try to be nice and I try to be okay, and there's just some people out there that just want to disturb your happiness and spoil things and take the mickey. And yeah, okay, once or twice, but yeah, every single day, it gets on your nerves, it pisses me off, and I'm just tired of it. And the only way I can protect myself from a mental health battering is obviously to keep myself away from it, because it's not nice, it's not funny, not every single day it isn't. Other people get it. I'm not saying that I'm the only one who gets it. Other people get it, and it depends how you cope with it, isn't it? How you manage to cope with it. The incessant going down your social media, making stupid comments, being silly, a mysterious account appears with no followers, no content, and it's just they're allowed to say the most evil, awful things to people that you wouldn't dare say to anyone in real life, because you'd get knocked down in a flash. I every day I go onto TikTok especially, and it's they break down your videos, that they're allowed to stitch them. I've had to turn my TikTok account private, and I read that they are allowed to download your videos and stitch them. So TikTok allows them to download your videos. I mean, you can obviously do that on YouTube as well. You can switch comments off if you find them offensive, and TikTok removes some of the contents of the messages because you can't see, because some of them are sexual and vulgar. It's just ridiculous. It's like celebrities, they get stalked by crazy stalkers. Celebrities do. And even Taylor Swift, you know, gets stalked. Someone tries to jump up on the stage and touch her. Some people haven't got any boundaries. They're in your face. They're saying really, really personal things that I wouldn't dream of saying to somebody. I don't know what makes people cross these boundaries and think it's okay to do that. I don't know. Yesterday, I woke up pretty much the same as today, like, oh my God, I don't want to get up. Alexa went off at 7:20, so I knew it was 7:20. I thought, fuck it, I'm going to lie down for another half an hour. Finally gets up at 8:10, and it's really, really dark in this flat because the flats are like so close together, the opposite ones, so it cuts out the light. So I'm getting up in like it's still dark, and in my mind it doesn't feel like morning, and I feel a bit, I don't know what the humidity is. Alexa, what's the humidity today?
Currently, the humidity is 95%.
It is 95% humidity, so it's warm. It's humid. It's raining outside. It's humid, and it obviously feels like winter. So I've got my winter clothes on, and I'm sweating buckets. And then all of a sudden the temperature drops at some point. So, and it's wet outside. So I'm going to wear a coat because it's raining, but it's humid. So you go for a walk in this kind of weather and you get all hot and sweaty. 95% humidity in January. No, don't rip my trousers. It's hot. It's hot. Got sharp claws here, rip holes in my trousers. I've just then freshly washed. I've just put them on, and he's gonna rip into my trousers. So yesterday I said I got up pretty much the same as today. It won't leave me alone. It's not that, it's all dirty. He's put his mouth in his food bowl and he's just put it all over my trousers. We have to stand up for a minute. I love him, don't get me wrong, but he's one of the most messiest cats. I know he wants a cuddle, don't you? You want a cuddle? You're a lovely cat. You just don't know how big and strong you are. Great big paws rip into my legs. So it's a bit boring, monotonous. Harry keeps me busy with the mess he makes. I don't know what really to say. I haven't really gone anywhere so far this year, and I'm trying to learn German, and my tablet's packed in. The cat is now following me everywhere I go, excuse me. I mean, it's just here, follow me up and down the kitchen, outside, everywhere, and I've tripped over him the other day. because I didn't know he was there. So, as I was saying, it's so hot, it's really humid this morning. I've just made myself a cup of coffee, but very light coffee, not really strong. Yeah, yesterday I took Max for a walk in the dark. It was absolutely pitch black, no lights on, so I rang my mother up. I rang my mum up and just talked to my mother while I was walking around the phone. It was really uncanny because normally it's lit up. For 3 or 4 nights it's all been lit up around there, and it was absolutely pitch black, and I was able to put the torch on my phone and talk to my mum at the same time. I didn't see anybody, didn't see anyone. And I told you they put that film about this guy, and he was talking about suicide and how he could commit suicide. How he was telling the viewers how he was going to commit suicide, and you'd see him on a boat in the water. And gang stalkers, right? I've had a spate of laughter, giggling when I've been walking my dog at night, which isn't, it's probably they're just laughing at a joke or something. But my mum said to me yesterday, she said to me, can't you get some counselling? And I've had counselling. I've had KCA Technologies. I've had lots of phone counselling, and you just get the gist that people are listening into the phone conversations. Because one of the things I said to my counsellor was, when I walk past people laughing, it makes me feel uncomfortable. And I also told her about Charlie and what he did, and I've got diaries saying that when I mentioned something to the counsellor, Charlie appeared outside. Or whatever I disliked and whatever I was talking to the counsellor about was appearing outside, and people were doing things I told the counsellor I didn't like. Because I've seen counsellors face to face. I saw a Natasha Toms, her surname was Toms. You know that they've been spreading it around, this bully, that I'm a prostitute. A Tom is slang for a prostitute. So I went to see a big, large lady with glasses and a bun in her hair called Natasha Toms. And that was at, I think it was Pender House in Strood, very near Diggerland. It's near Diggerland, and I used to get the train from Chatham to Strood, and I saw this Natasha Toms, and she also had the same doctor as myself. I saw my counsellor in the doctor's surgery with a pram and kids. She must have been in her early 20s, and I was in my 40s, seeing this young lady, telling her all my private business about where I lived. She was asking me all about what the sexual abuse I'd suffered and everything. It was called behavioural. It's like this book I've got here from the library. She was supposed to be teaching me this. So, was she a real or a fake counsellor? I did a couple of sessions with Natasha Toms, and it stopped. I didn't find it was helping me at all, because when I left Pender House, there was great big trucks, massive trucks, and at that time I was going out with Graham White, a guy called Graham White, and he was a truck driver. He said he drove trucks, so I had therapy near this truck driving place, and it was a very small building and a small road. And when I came out of the building, there was these great big trucks coming down the road, and I felt unsafe. And then I used to get the train back home because I lived in Chatham then. That place is a walk away to me now, or it's just off from the railway station as well. You can get there. So my mum reminded me of the counselling, and the one lady that I was talking to, that was the police gave me victim support number. When you suffer a crime, the police ask you if you would like support from victim support, and they don't come out. These people don't come out. You speak to them over the phone, and I feel like the conversation is being listened to. So I was talking to this lady from victim support about everything I was going through. And if you don't know these people, you don't know who this information is being related to. And if they're writing it down on a computer, I mean, it just can get passed to anybody, can't it, that accesses it and knows all your personal information, so they can get inside your head. They know what you dislike, they know what angers you. And I think that's what's been happening. Also, with my mum saying this guy called Ben accessed my medical records, and he had no reason to, because Ben was my mother's worker, not mine. I had a call from my mum up in Gloucestershire, and she was upset, and she said, "Oh, Ben's gone through your medical notes." And I said to her, "What is Ben doing going through my medical notes? I'm not his patient." And somebody keeps going into my TikTok calling themselves a doctor. And then they keep saying, "Hello, Crystal." They're talking to me like this, like they talk to my mum. Yeah? "Hello, Crystal, how are you today? How are you feeling?" After I've got about 100 insults off of fake profiles on TikTok. "Hello, Crystal, how are you today? How are you feeling? I'm Dr. Greek. How are you?" I don't know how this Ben talked. He was supposed to be my mother's mental health nurse. I don't know how he talked to my mother. I never met him face to face. He was an Asian man. I get the gist of that, and I get that my mum didn't like how he handled her affairs, and she told him that she didn't want him as a worker anymore. So is this somebody taking revenge on my mother through me? I don't know. Anyway, I just get on with my life and I try to ignore what they're doing. The weather isn't helping. It's shitty at the moment. It's wet, damp and miserable. You don't feel like doing anything or going anywhere. And January is always like that. If I go through my diaries of right back to 2019, I've been feeling the same in every January. It's one of those months where Christmas, everyone's had a great Christmas, and you've got to get used to things going back to normal in January. The shops are getting rid of their old stock. It's just like that, isn't it? I think January is like that anyway. January blues. I am not going anywhere today. I'm not doing very much. I live by myself, and this crap won't stop trying to annoy me, make me cross, make me appear to be this criminal when I'm just a middle-aged woman going through the menopause, which is a tough time for women anyway, because your mental health gets a battering, your body starts changing, and in later life we can't do what we used to do, right? And I don't run around the field or act like I'm younger than I am. I want to look after my body, rest, and try and be healthy. I don't feel like running around the place. No. I just want to I don't know, be myself, not somebody else, not being forced to be somebody else. It did piss me off last night, right? If that's crap's going to start again, shouting things out the window, which is really silly. And I'm trying to get therapy in a way. I was on TikTok and this girl said to me, don't, if you think people are laughing at you, they're not. If you think people are thinking about you, they're not. They've got their own lives to think of, their own families. Why would they go out of their way to laugh and do things to you? The thing is, gang stalking is completely different to that kind of thing. When people are specifically doing things to upset people, like you're a witness to a rape. I was allegedly raped, so you get people trying to silence you by making you feel awful and threatening. So witnesses can get this. Witnesses to crimes can get gang stalked and made to shut up. It's a different kettle of fish than just going somewhere and thinking I'm being made fun of. I know what's going on, and I've not been just a witness to, I've been a witness to several crimes, and I've actually reported several as well. So it's bullies trying to keep me